All right, we are on. Ready?
Yeah, do the thing, man.
Okay. Oh, and it's been a little while, but we are back here in the Steam tunnels. It is real. It is going on. Coming back today to discuss pop culture and how it binds us together now and in the future. Let's go around the table. Let's formally convene this meeting of the Steam gentlemen. Starchild, how you doing today?
I am ready to talk about all sorts of evil and villainy. I'm all
Fantastic.
for it.
Absolutely. Well, since we are back here today talking about our America's Least Wanted, our villains from the 1980s that we would never want on our villainistic team. And let's bring it back over to the three of clubs. How are we doing today? We're going to hit 21 today. Finally.
Oh wait, are we?
I don't know. I'm asking you, baby. You're the three of clubs.
I just show up. That's other people's problem. I get dealt. That's all.
Spoken like that card. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind that that is the case. But we hope you're doing very well. I am the Birdman, Josh, bringing you in here, checking it out. We are coming back. We are doing a throwback. We're doing a callback into our own lore here in the Steam Gentlemen, meeting up in the Steam tunnels. We are working it out. We've got our lists today. We got a couple people to bring here. Rashawn, maybe a few more. We got our list of America's Least Wanted, the villains that we would never want on our villainistic super team here going on. And we all know the villains that you want. We all know the heroes that you want. But we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it to that place again with those villains. Like, why the hell are you here today? So I'm gonna turn it over to the Star Child. I want to see what he's got going on with us and see where we are starting out today. How you doing, Star Child?
I'm feeling all right. Oh, am I on?
Yes, you are on.
Am I
Indeed.
on?
Yes, we're going right into it today. We're skipping all the chit chat. We're just going right to it.
All right. Well, I mean, first, I think when I think of '80s villains, all right, when I think of '80s villains, I basically think of like three categories. All right, bullies, greedy bastards, and megalomaniacs. Usually, for me, I mean, I know there's like the aliens and predators and whatever the hell Pinhead is supposed to be and the slashers, but for me, bullies, rich bastards, megalomaniacs sum up the '80s without a doubt. So I'm going to start with bullies. I'm going to come out swinging with bullies, with who has to be the quintessential '80s bully, at the same time the worst '80s bully Biff Tannen. Yeah, I mean, you got to start with Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God, so much love.
right, seriously. Like, because, all right, fine. I understand technically it's, 1955, but whatever. The movie was made in the '80s, so we're just going to focus on that. He was perfect. He was absolutely perfect. Like, you fell into either rich douchebag, white trash douchebag, or jock douchebag, and he was damn near all three at the same time. His family had money, but he acted like he was poor, and he was clearly a fucking jock. Oh, Biff Tannen was absolutely perfect. He was the picture of male aggression. Like, he was absolutely the picture of male aggression. The way he felt. If he was alive today, he'd be an incel, no question about it, or a proud boy. He, felt entitled to women. He could not get a hint, even if it was not a hint. Um, I, I love the fact that he never realized how stupid he sounded. And he surrounded himself with a circle of people who all thought that he was funny and clever. And he was just the dumbass. And even out of all of the movie villains, I mean, you have all of the villains, all of the bullies from like all of the John Hughes movies. You know what? They got it done. they got told off or cussed out at the end, but you know what? They got it done. The dude in Billy from the Karate Kid, fine. But you know what? Still got it done. Iceman, as we've pointed out on this show, was actually right from Top Gun. So he got it right. Biff, fuck up. From the moment he shows up on the screen, he is just getting dealt his ass by this twerp. Punch him, Biff. Kill him, Biff. Do a thing, Biff. But he's basically just big white Wile E. Coyote. I mean, even as far as villains go, like this dude, clear dumbass, and he just gets treated like a dumbass pretty much from beginning to end. The closest he gets to doing anything that's kind of awesome, sort of, is when he, tries to rape Marty's mom, and, George comes up to the car and he twists George's arm, but then he gets immediately knocked the fuck out. Don't tell me that George can knock him out. I just don't believe you. I just don't. My cat weighs more than George. George has never been in a successful fight in his entire life. Like, even if you sucker punch Biff Tannen, there's no way this like 250-pound 19-year-old is gonna get knocked out by fucking Wilbur over here. It just should not happen. So he would be, out of the three, he would be my least useful bully out of all of the bullies.
I just have to, I can't wait. I have to say it. I love how everyone skips over the fact that Biff also tried to attempt vehicular manslaughter.
Yes, he did.
Outright.
Yes, he did.
Wasn't even trying to like kind of look like he was having an accident. He was straight up trying to kill someone with his car.
Yeah, but the point is he did.
For the rape.
Yeah, but to Greg's point, he did.
The point is he did. It was just another thing that you're in a car, Biff. You're in a fucking car. And then, yeah, if you want to throw in future Biff, also, the Grey's element, how can you fuck this up, man? You're Donald Trump now. How can you screw this up? How can you blow this? He blew it. He blew it. And then turns out his ancestor, who was, a guy with guns, also couldn't fucking get it right. So that means pretty much the entire bloodline of Tannen is a fuck up.
And his name is Biff. I mean,
Biff.
How perfect is that?
Seriously, because I mentioned the John Hughes villains, not villains, but the bullies from the John Hughes movies. They were actually perfect because they were just dicks. They were just horrible people through and through. You just detested them. But at the same time, very successful. You never take Biff seriously for 1 second. Like, not even a little bit. Do you think for 1 second that Biff could actually hurt? What, James Spader, he played, was it Pretty in Pink where he played Steph? Like, you remember, but you remember Steph. Yeah, Steph. Yeah. He was perfect. He was a great villain, very easy to hate. If you're a high school kid, you could definitely see him being the nastiest kid in school and everyone still having to pretend to like him.
Absolutely. He still is that. I don't care what role he's in. Even on the blacklist, that's all he is. He's that kid who kills people for the CIA. That's all he is now.
Yeah.
Always, they tried to make him a good guy in Stargate. No.
Mm-hmm.
Also underappreciated in The Office. I actually really dug his character in The Office.
Yeah, he was an okay Ultron. I don't know. You can keep going with it, but whatever.
Ultron scanned. Ultron definitely scanned.
That wasn't James Spader's fault. That's shitty ass writing and a badass story.
I liked it. I mean, it was what it was. I get it. The usual AI realizes that humans have to go, which we always know that is the case. Is that AI will always come to the conclusion humans gots to go.
Yeah, the AI is going to kill you.
That's always how it is.
Yeah, the AI is going to kill you without a doubt.
I certainly think you're right that when it comes down to guys who just couldn't get it right, Biff Tannen's got to be up there. Biff Tannen absolutely has to be up there with people who just can't seem to figure it out.
Right, because when Bill Pullman was Chet, he was still scary. Like they were at least parts where, most bullies are scary. Biff Tannen, never once.
Yeah.
Never once. Like Winnie the Pooh smacked the shit out of Biff Tannen. Pooh don't even have fingers. He slapped the shit out of Biff Tannen.
Oh, bother.
Bother.
Well, that is some class. Yeah, I never really even thought about it, but you're right. He had enough money to have a car. He tried to act like he was poor. He definitely fits. He definitely fits a lot of every one of those archetypes. Well, mm-hmm. I'm feeling a little shy. I didn't break it down quite as clearly in that. But I'm gonna start with a villain that we all know from the 80s, and really upon first look of it, you would think that this man, we assume, man could have pulled together so much more. I mean, he pulled together a full army, a motherfucking army, tons of equipment, tanks, planes, troops, and all loyal to him, all in just uniforms, right? This is not easy to do. This is a large logistical task. You think about the money, you think about the hours needed to spend, right? That it could have been an all to achieve, well, what exactly? Which is the question we are left asking week after week. Yes, I'm talking about Cobra motherfucking Commander.
Ooh, wow.
Right? Seriously, you talk about an organizational leadership problem.
Why do we even have the show for all just going to have the same list?
Yeah, well, you'll have to adjust and go quickly. I know you can. But the fact of the matter is, right, no matter what iteration you got, firstly, you got the blank face Cobra Commander, which is still probably the best, but before they started selling us more and more and different ones. But all the guy can ever do, like how is it that you manage to put together a worldwide terrorist organization? This is what is said in the intro. Firstly, terrorist organization for what? What the fuck is your political goal? What the fuck is your financial goal? They just do shit week after week, right? Without really any particular goal. They don't say, unless America withdraws from this country, or unless me and my peoples are made Queen of England, like Idi Amin said, for Christ's sake, Idi Amin had more of a goal here than did Cobra Commander. It just, week after week, it was just harebrained, Scott, as you say, sort of the Wile E. Coyote of the terrorist world, I guess, right?
That's a fair judgment. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he sends out to Acme, and he makes his crew, he makes his scientists get a device that can control the weather, the actual motherfucking weather.
I remember
that was the second movie, right? Yeah. By the way, it blows up on the first try, so apparently it's not that good, and all the pieces go across the world, and the Joes have to go and recover it as we're trying to look for it. But even in that, he never issues an ultimatum. He never issues a demand. He never says, bow before me, kneel before me right now. And it goes on to just say, just be like, I can control the weather, and I'll go get those pieces back before the Joes do, to make sure we can do it again. Right? All the guy ever does is every once in a while change an outfit.
Yeah.
Right? He moved from the faceless to the hooded. That was kind of cool. Okay, I got it. Later on, he had the full suit of armor that was going on. And if you followed the comic books, it got a little weird because it was his son that he didn't know that killed him, and then I forget what it was like, but he got killed, and then some dude, I think it was his son, took over the armor. And Baroness was the only one who'd seen his face, so he shows back up in front of all the Cobras. By the way, what exactly
I did not know that. You just educated me. I did not.
Oh, there you go. All right. Yeah, I like the Marvel.
We actually covered this a few episodes ago.
Yeah, I think I probably
That's the only reason why I know the story. I'm listening like, wait, I've heard this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a callback episode. No two ways.
Episode 6.
No two ways. But one thing I still have to ask, though, is with his poor leadership skills, why are the Cobras all fucking hanging around still? There's no way this guy can make payroll. It's impossible. You tell me this motherfucker, every time who just loses to